you catch the smell of pizza drifting down the hallway, warm and familiar. Your mouth waters before you even see the box. Deep in your abdomen, your stomach loosens and offers a polite growl. Nothing has touched your tongue, and yet the body is already moving. Salivary glands wake. The stomach makes room. Signals flash from brain to gut like runway lights. This isn't imagination. It's the built-in start sequence of digestion. There's a name for this early spark, the cephalic phase. Sight, smell, memory, even a passing thought flips the switch. Before the first bite, your nervous system primes the organs that do the work. It isn't magic, it's wiring you can nudge. Learn to guide it, and the same meal lands softer, with less strain and more ease. Your brain shifts into rest and digest. Saliva carries enzymes to meet starches. The stomach relaxes and starts building its acid toolkit. The pancreas and liver ready their supplies. This is a warm-up, not noise, like preheating an oven so dinner bakes evenly. Warm first, then cook. Prime first, then eat. At the center is the vagus nerve, a long, wandering line linking brain and gut. Most days, messages flow upward from gut to brain. But in the cephalic phase, the brain speaks first. Get ready. Food is coming. When that message is clear, your system spends less energy fighting and more energy digesting. Here's where modern life gets in the way. We eat while racing emails, half reading headlines, half chewing bites. The body stays in fight or flight, so the warm-up never runs. Food hits a cold oven. That's when lunch leaves you heavy, gassy, or sleepy, not because the meal was bad, but because the start was wrong. The fix is surprisingly small. Flip the cephalic switch on purpose, and timing falls into place. Saliva arrives when it's needed. Acid meets food, not an empty stomach. Enzymes show up ready to work. You absorb more, complain less, and your afternoon energy holds steady. Tiny habit, oversized payoff. Stay with me. Next, we'll map the wiring, brain hubs, the vagus, saliva, acid, enzymes, and watch the sequence unfold. Then, we'll test it in daily life. At the end, you'll get a pre-meal checklist that takes 60 to 90 seconds. Use it today. Feel the difference tonight. Digestion doesn't start in your stomach, it begins in your head. Just the sight or smell of food sparks the cephalic phase. Signals race down the vagus nerve, priming saliva, stomach acid, and enzymes. Before the first bite, your body is already setting the stage for smoother digestion. Your brainstem and hypothalamus join the show, with the vagus nerve as conductor. Acetylcholine flows, cueing saliva, stomach relaxation, enzyme release. It's the vagovagal reflex, rest and digest in action. But under stress, signals scramble. Organs fall out of rhythm, and digestion weakens before food even reaches your stomach. 3 salivary glands wake up early. Saliva moistens food, balances pH, and carries amylase to start starch digestion, with a hint of lipase for fats. It shapes food into a bolus that slides down easily. Carbohydrate breakdown begins before you've even swallowed a single bite. Swallowing is a dance of 3 stages: oral, pharyngeal, esophageal. The bolus must cross the lower esophageal sphincter, a valve that guards against reflux. When cephalic timing is on point, peristalsis flows. The valve opens and shuts in rhythm. Under stress, the dance falters. Air slips in, reflux follows. The vagus tells the stomach to relax, stretching without pressure spikes. Parietal cells release acid. Chief cells secrete pepsinogen, soon becoming pepsin. Perfect timing means acid and enzymes meet food, not an empty lining. This coordination prevents irritation and ensures protein breakdown starts strong. The pancreas primes enzymes, amylase, lipase, proteases, while the liver prepares bile stored in the gallbladder. After eating, hormones fine-tune release. But cephalic cues give a head start, sinking secretions before nutrients arrive. That head start makes digestion smoother and nutrient absorption more efficient downstream. Even hormones get ahead. Gastrin boosts acid and motility. The body predicts sugar, releasing a trickle of insulin, later amplified by incretins in the gut. This preview control smooths blood sugar and gastric flow. Prediction, not reaction, keeps the system steady. Stress hijacks the phase. Sympathetic tone rises, parasympathetic fades. Saliva dries up, acid lags, peristalsis stumbles. Food arrives, but the orchestra is out of tune, resulting in heaviness, reflux, or early satiety. Just a minute of calm before eating can reset the rhythm and restore harmony. Your brain learns cues, smell, sight, even routines. A familiar place or sound can trigger salivation before food appears. Helpful cues align timing, misleading ones waste acid with no meal. Over time, the brain rewrites digestion based on these learned associations. Your environment trains your gut as much as food does. Not everyone responds the same. Age, medication, stress shift the cephalic phase. Myths confuse people, acid is bad, or only food quality matters. The truth, acid is vital. Timing shapes results. The cephalic phase doesn't replace good diet, it magnifies it, turning meals into smoother, more efficient digestion. Here's the heart of it. The brain predicts. The vagus primes, organs coordinate. When timing matches the meal, saliva, acid, and enzymes arrive right on cue. That's the cephalic phase at work. Next, we'll test this in daily life. Fast lunches, calm dinners, tricky cues, and see how small shifts change digestion. It's noon, you eat at your desk, inbox buzzing. You scroll, you chew, you swallow. 10 minutes later, your stomach feels crowded. Air rises, energy dips. It wasn't a bad meal. Your system simply skipped the warm-up. Sympathetic noise drowned the cephalic signals. Acid and enzymes arrived late. Food met a cold oven. Outcome, heaviness, gas, and a sleepy afternoon. What happened precisely? Cephalic priming was weak, so saliva was low. The fundus didn't relax well, and peristalsis lagged. Particles were larger, acid and enzymes met food off schedule. That mismatch increases pressure and gas, then steals focus. It's mechanics, not mystery. When the warm-up fires, timing tightens, and comfort follows. You chop vegetables, smell garlic, hear the sizzle. By the time you sit down, saliva is flowing, the stomach has made room, and enzymes are primed. You eat without screens, pace is steady, and the landing is smooth. Same calories as lunch, very different context. Prediction matched the load, so digestion felt easy. On an empty afternoon, you chew mint gum. For some people, smell, taste, and rhythm nudge cephalic pathways. Saliva rises. The stomach starts a mild acid response, yet no food arrives. A few minutes later, there's a sour pang. Not harmful in most, but a reminder. Cues matter, especially without a meal behind them. You read breaking news while chewing. Heart rate edges up, shoulders lift, breath gets shallow. The sympathetic system takes the mic and the warm-up dims. Later, reflux nips at your throat. It's not the headline, it's the state. Eat in rest and digest, and the same meal often feels neutral. Treat sensations as data, not enemies. If a meal lands heavy, ask about timing. Were cues helpful? Was the state calm? Did the warm-up run? Small shifts before and during a meal change outcomes after it. Next, we'll turn this into action, a pre-meal checklist, pacing tips, and simple habits that take 90 seconds and travel with you anywhere. Before you eat, take 1 quiet minute. Breathe slowly, 4 to 6 breaths per minute. Let your shoulders drop. Look at the plate. Notice color, shape, and steam. Smell the food. If you like, take a small sip of water. Sit tall, feet grounded, screen away. You've lowered sympathetic noise and opened the rest and digest door. Set a steady pace. Put utensils down between bites. Chew until soft, like oatmeal, so saliva can work. Steady pacing lets peristalsis clear the esophagus, keeps air swallowing low, and delivers well-mixed food to the stomach. Comfort follows timing. Minimize competing inputs. Close the laptop, mute alerts, and face the plate. Attention is a physiological lever. Less sympathetic chatter, stronger cephalic signals. The same meal tastes better and lands softer when your mind is here. Take a 5 to 10 minute walk. Gentle movement supports gastric emptying, lowers post-meal glucose, and reduces reflux risk when compared with lying down. It's light, not athletic. Think strolling, not training. This video is educational, not medical advice. If you have persistent pain, frequent reflux, trouble swallowing, ongoing vomiting, unintentional weight loss, blood in stool, or severe abdominal pain, please see a clinician. Strategies here optimize context. They don't diagnose or treat disease.